Africa at Sidi Rezegh in November 1941 that he and Ashwood were cut off by an enemy column. Ashwood was able to slip through, but Ward was taken prisoner. This is their first reunion.
Well, it's really good to see you back, Eddie. And now, suppose with your first-hand knowledge of captivity, you lend your voice of experience to this story of POWs.
Well, Terry, since I last saw you, I spent nearly 4 years in the bag in North Africa, Italy, and Germany. And while I was in Germany, I was moved through various transit camps and finally ended up at Oflag 12B. And now, by an amazing coincidence, the first pictures of this camp have just arrived in this country. This forbidding-looking old castle was my home for over 18 months. I certainly didn't expect to see it again so soon from the right side of the wire. A lot of the windows, as you see, have no glass. That was caused by Tactical Air Force dive-bombing the railway 150 yards away. There was always a guard in the control tower when he wasn't in a slip trench when our planes were over. Yes, it certainly is good to see all that barbed wire from the outside. You can see they didn't mean us to get out. I lived in a room with 7 other POWs right at the top of the tower. The American 7th Armored Division, which liberated us at the end of March, also freed these Allied airmen from the transit camp at Wetzlar. Yes, we felt the same way when the Americans arrived. Speaking broadly, the worst aspect of POW life, as I knew it, was the utter boredom. So much, of course, depends on the camp commandant. Some are fairly decent, others make life a lot harder than it need be. From this joyous picture of release, it is well to turn to other prisoners less fortunate. Manila's infamous Bilibid prison, a house of living death for American prisoners held captive by the Japanese in the Philippines. These are Americans who survived. We thought we were thin, but by heavens, this is sheer starvation. They lived through slow torture on a diet of 200 grams of rice per day. Anyone who's ever been a POW knows what it means, and surely none more than these poor fellows.